Hi guys. So, a couple weeks ago, probably, maybe not quite 2 weeks ago, some folks brought us some firewood, and it was raining that day, anyway, it was raining. Not an optimal time to be handling firewood, and I wasn't able to stack it on the porch until today. Well, I've been working on it. You can see here, I've been trying to stack it, and it's little tiny short pieces that are not really cooperating with a standard stacking method, if there is such a thing. But I've been stacking this wood. I started, it was probably maybe right up to the top of this 2-foot piece of metal here, but it was only the back part, and that's probably 4.5 feet tall there. And anyway, I stacked from down there up today, and I've been filling in this section here, and you can see that I'm almost done. And I'm real tired because I'm by myself doing it. But what I wanted to share with you is lately, last week or so, I did a 5-day fast. Several of us sisters did a 5-day fast, and I'm going to do a video on that specifically and some other things that was revealed to me, but how I want to relate that in, oh goodness, what's this doing? Okay, what I want to relate to you in the fast is usually about whatever the time it is, whether it's 1 day or 3 days or 5 days. The first section of it is very difficult for me. My body is crying out. I've got a headache. I'm sick, feeling nauseated. And my body is rebelling against the fast. And then there comes a time about midway when I feel real good. Like I'm okay. Like, man, I can do this. I can finish the fast. And then probably the last 10% of the time, the last little bit of it, maybe the last day or the last several hours of it, it's real difficult. And what I find myself doing is the whole time I'm rejoicing and thanking the Lord for the challenge, because it draws me closer to Him. And because the first part, I'm crying out because I'm hurting so bad. Lord, take the pain away, because I don't take any pharmacia or do anything about it. My high blood pressure and liver and kidneys and all that, I don't take sorcery to prevent or mitigate that. So I truly trust in the Lord to ease my pain. So He gets all the glory in my pain relief. And then, in the second part of whatever the fast is, I'm rejoicing because I know He's there and He conquered my pain. So I'm thanking Him through that part. And then the last part of whatever it is, the fast, whatever time that is, I'm drawing close to Him because it's another uphill struggle to complete it. And I'm realizing that that cycle is now evident in even stacking firewood, because the first part of it was difficult. I had to, which I don't know, a long time ago last year, you watched me move the wood and stack up on this side. And I did the first probably 2 rows. We have about 3 rows. If you can see there, 1, 2, 3. And my husband helped me with this last row here and half of the middle one. But I stacked all the rest of that last year. That's one of my first videos I did on my channel. But with this wood, the first part of it was difficult because I'm out of shape. It's been cold, so I've not been outside doing much. I've been sitting inside sewing and doing things. But the first part, I'm crying out to the Lord because it's difficult. My back hurts. And then the earlier part of today, it wasn't so bad. And now I'm getting to the end, and I'm in a lot of pain. My back is tweaked pretty bad. I'm hurting. But I just have a little bit to go. I just have to endure just a little longer to finish putting that wood up here on the porch. And I know that the Lord's helping me through this. I know that He is. And to reveal the cycle of a fast, and to also reveal the same way in stacking firewood. And it brings me to another point, which I haven't shared with you all, but early on this year, around April 11th, I had some kind of a dream or vision, whatever it was, where I had in my spirit whatever I needed for the next 3 years, I needed to have it on hand. Now, I haven't published that really, and I maybe have talked about it before, but I don't know that that's a message for everybody, but it's certainly, I'm taking heed to it for me. And I think that this cycle of how I'm having to draw upon the Lord in this 3-phase cycle will also get me through that 3-year period that's coming up, which, I got to looking last night. There are several things that is going to occur in the next 3 years. And I think the capstone or the final part of that is going to be that big solar eclipse that's going to make the final X across the United States. And I don't know how all that's going to play out. I don't know about those things, but I think that the blessing is coming with realizing that at the beginning of our sorrows, we're going to be crying out to the Lord because we're suffering a little bit. But then there's going to be a slight respite, and maybe that's where we are right now. And we're thanking Him for carrying us through this little journey. And then what's upon us this last little bit, whether it's 3 years or 3 months or whatever, it's going to be really, really difficult. But we have to bury deep into Him and call upon Him and rely on Him and trust Him. So I hope that this is clear, what I'm trying to say here, and how the Lord has revealed yet more of His glory in common, mundane farm chores. I don't know that this will be a parable of the firewood. I don't know. But I hope that you all receive a message and a blessing from this, that we trust in the Lord and we truly abide in Him. And He will make a way for us even when we're tired, even when we hurt real bad. And then we thank Him for the times we're not hurting and we think we're going to get through it. And then we press into Him harder so that we can get the task accomplished. Because those who endure to the end shall be saved. Have a blessed day in Jesus' name.